The Ravens recently acquired free agent corner Arthur Maulet. He's a smart football player who in the 4 games I have watched appears much better in zone coverage than he does in man. I'd say he's at ease in his zone responsibilities, but haven't seen enough of him to get a gauge on how effective he will be as part of any kind of zone match schemes. I do feel he's going to be a target in man coverage. I'm not of the opinion, again, only having watched 4 games, that he is the guy the Ravens will ultimately end up with starting inside or playing slot for them. To my mind, he would be behind both Ardarius Washington and Demarion Williams. He may be very effective on teams, and he does provide an aggressive mentality, does play with physicality, but again, he is a probable liability matched up in man responsibilities as a slot-type defender. Just in limited watching, it's clear he is a smart football player, does give the impression he watches a lot of tape. I think this is Tyreek Hill in motion. They're going to then orbit him around and try to hit him on this screen. He's reading that the whole way. He knows where his help is outside, extends his arm, and then locks him out, beats that block inside, does a great job wrapping and getting a tackle for loss. Watch it again. This is Maulet, the Steelers pre-snap, showing this too high safety look. I think he does a very nice job here in disguise. He's really trying to bait the quarterback once the ball is snapped into taking a shot at Diggs and come down and rob this as part of this over and under coverage. Watch it again. This is Maulet over the tight end. He's effective blitzing the backfield. I do think he's someone that's going to play the run aggressively. Does a nice job here splitting blocks and making a play on the back. We see him here chasing Tyreek Hill in the low red zone and then drop into zone coverage. This is where I feel he's most effective. Watch how he's got a very natural feel for realizing his help inside, and watch how he's able to stay with eyes in the back of his head, it would seem, underneath and in front of Tyreek Hill through that whole route. Watch it again. We'll see him over the number 2 receiver, by the outside fake, open up his hips, start to turn and run, and get out of control. He's beaten pretty badly here. Seems the Bengals didn't know to target him early in this game, but they then start to. In fact, while I was watching this, I wondered why they weren't, and as the game progressed, they began to. Same game, once again over the number 2 receiver, this time field side. This time the receiver beats him off the line. He really could have got on top of him and stacked him, but he runs to the sideline. Notice at the top where the receiver gets out of his break, he just runs right by. And that's what I was talking about earlier when I said he gets a little out of control when he's beat. And guys do have a tendency to run right by him. He's lined up over the inside receiver once again. Ball doesn't go this way, but this is a little bit too easy. And you can see as the receiver blows by him, he gets a little bit out of control, loses his balance. He can make plays in man coverage. I think in large measure it's because of his smarts and his route recognition. But I think matching him up man to man over the course of a game is going to get you burned. The quarterback's definitely looking at him as a matchup to exploit. He sort of gets out physical here as the receiver comes out of his break. Just too much separation too quickly.